6 a.m. Finally, time to get out of this place. Foxy's in the cove, right where he belongs, thank God. Wait, where did he go? I just looked away for a second. The cove is empty. How is that possible?
So, are you sure about this, Mike? I've seen a lot of people walk through these doors, but very few of them actually stick around when the lights go out. Do you really want this job? Or are you just looking for a paycheck?
Look, I've got experience. I did a stint in mall security back in the day, handled crowds, dealt with alarms, you name it. Honestly, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'm just here to work. What are we looking at for pay?
The pay isn't exactly going to make you rich, I'll be honest, but the job is easy. It's mostly just sitting in the office and making sure nobody breaks in to damage the equipment. Think of it as a glorified babysitting gig for a bunch of old machines. The characters here, they're a bit quirky, if you want to call it that. They tend to wander a bit at night. If you see them on the cameras, just keep an eye on them. Nothing to worry about. Really, just stay in the office. Keep the doors closed if you need to, and you'll be fine.
Quirky? Fine. I've dealt with worse than a few wandering robots. Just show me the office and give me the keys. I'm ready to start tonight. Look, Bruce, I finally did it. I've officially landed the job. I'm heading out to start the night shift tonight, so you'll finally have some peace and quiet around here instead of having me hovering over you and bothering you every single day like I always do.
Wait, you're actually being serious right now? You really went through with it and signed on to work at that old, decrepit pizzeria down the street? I really thought you were just messing around when you said you were going to apply, but you actually went and made it official.
Yeah, I really did it. I had to. I've been sitting around this house for way too long, just drifting aimlessly, and I realized I'm just taking up space and driving you crazy. It's time I actually started taking some responsibility for myself instead of just being a burden on you all the time.
Hey, stop that. You know, I never minded you hanging around, and you were never a burden, but I'm actually really proud of you for doing this. It's going to be a huge change, but it's going to be good for you to get out into the world and start carving out your own path for once.
Don't you worry about me, little brother. I promise I'll be completely fine. I'll be back before you even wake up tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be a little less of a headache for you around here from now on.
Hello, and welcome to your brand new career as a performer and entertainer at the world-famous Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where fantasy and fun truly come to life for children and adults alike, though I'm sure you've already noticed things are a bit unique here during your first few minutes on the clock tonight. These tapes are being specifically recorded to provide you with some vital, basic instructions on how to handle our animatronics and ensure that your first week goes smoothly. So I want you to completely forget anything you may have heard about the previous location or any legal rumors floating around regarding various incidents, as Fazbear Entertainment is a place of joy, and above all, absolute safety for every employee. You're sitting in the security office right now, and I know it probably feels a little cramped and maybe even a bit ominous with those flickering lights. But that desk is your best friend. So get comfortable and stay alert at all times because your main priority is the power management, especially since the building is running on a limited electrical grid at night for some reason, and if the lights go out, well, let's just say the characters might get a little restless and active in the dark. You'll see the monitor in front of you. Use it to check the camera feeds regularly, especially the ones near the main stage and the back hallways, because the animatronics do have a tendency to wander around when they aren't being watched by a human eye. It's actually a programmed feature to keep their servos from locking up after long periods of inactivity, but at night, they might not recognize you as a person and could try to, forcefully assist you into a spare animatronic suit.
Great. A cramped, dusty office, a dying battery, and a bunch of giant metal puppets that apparently want to stuff me into a costume until I stop breathing and my heart stops beating entirely, which is exactly what I was hoping for when I signed up for the night shift, thinking it would be an easy paycheck and some quiet time to myself while everyone else in the city was fast asleep. Man, I'm telling you right now, that first shift was absolutely horrible and way more stressful than any security job has any right to be. The lights kept flickering on and off, the building smelled like old gym socks, and those giant robots kept making these weird metallic groaning sounds in the dark. I almost walked out after the first hour, but we really need this money to keep the lights on here at home.
Mike, I don't want you to go back to that place tonight because I had the scariest dream while you were gone and it felt so real. This giant yellow rabbit with glowing eyes was hiding in the shadows and he caught you while you were sitting in that office. He didn't just scare you, Mike, he killed you, and I woke up crying because I thought you were actually gone forever.
Hey, look at me. It was just a bad dream, and I'm standing right here in front of you in one piece, so there's no way a dusty yellow rabbit is going to get me. I promise I'm not going to stay at Freddy's forever or make a career out of watching those creepy things. I just have to survive 5 nights to get that full paycheck, and then I'm quitting that dump and finding us a normal job that doesn't involve animatronics.
But what if the dream happens tonight and that rabbit is already waiting for you to come back through the front doors? It wasn't like a normal dream where things are blurry. I could hear the metal clanking and see the rabbit's big creepy smile in the hallway. Please don't go back there, Mike. We can find the money some other way because I don't want to be left here all by myself.
Henry, I'm looking around this place and it's honestly giving me the chills because it is identical to the pizzeria my little brother described in his nightmare last night. He told me about a yellow rabbit and a dark hallway, and seeing it all in person makes me feel like I'm walking into a ghost story. I need you to stop being cryptic and tell me the actual truth about the past of this pizzeria and all the weird stuff happening.
I wish I could tell you it was just a dream, Mike. But I was William's business partner for years, and we built a lot of these places and those animatronics together before things went dark. We were a team until the bite of '83 happened. And that tragedy changed everything because William completely lost his mind about a year after that incident. He ended up killing 5 innocent children and hiding them where he thought the police would never look. He shoved those poor kids inside the animatronics because he knew the suits would mask the smell and the evidence, but he didn't realize that it's not just their bodies trapped in there. Their souls are still attached to those metal endoskeletons, wandering the halls at night because they are confused and angry and they desperately need to be set free. They aren't monsters, Mike. They are just lost children who don't understand why they can't go home.
Are you serious right now? You're telling me that I've been sitting in that office with the spirits of murdered children, and you never thought to mention that my life was in actual danger? I've been out there trying to survive while you sat on this secret like it was nothing, and I can't believe you'd let me walk into that death trap without a single warning. Why would you ever agree to work with a monster like that?
You have to understand that I didn't know he was capable of such evil when we first started, because back then, I truly thought William was just a normal guy with a talent for engineering. When I finally started noticing the strange things happening around the restaurant, I actually created the puppet animatronics specifically to protect my daughter, Emily, from whatever was lurking in the shadows. But even my best invention wasn't enough to save her from him. It isn't my fault that he turned into a murderer, but I have to live with the guilt of not stopping him sooner before he took everything away from me and those other families. William killed my daughter, Mike. He took Emily from me in the rain outside the diner, and that is why I'm here now trying to fix the mess we started together. We have to end this cycle of pain and make sure those souls finally find the peace they deserve. You see, Mike, it wasn't just a quick end for those children in the back room. William wanted to see if he could make their spirits stay tethered to this world forever. He didn't just hide them. He grafted their souls into the metal with every bolt he tightened, creating a cycle of agony that has been rotting inside those suits for decades. The smell of the animatronics isn't just old grease and mold. It's the lingering scent of a crime that the world chose to forget.
So you're telling me that while I'm sitting in that office, I'm basically a target for a group of murdered kids who think I'm the man who killed them? You let me sit there like bait in a trap, while those metal monsters watched me from the shadows, waiting for the right moment to tear me apart. I can't even imagine the terror those kids felt in their final moments, and now you're saying they've been suffering in silence this entire time.
The darkness didn't stop with the children, because William started experimenting with things that no sane man would ever touch, trying to find a way to live forever through the pain of others. He became obsessed with the way the metal reacted to the souls, and he watched them twitch and moan behind the glass eyes of the robots like it was some kind of sick scientific achievement. He didn't just kill them, Mike. He turned them into a living nightmare that he could control. When he killed my Emily, he didn't even show a shred of remorse. He just watched her go cold in the rain and walked away like he was discarding a broken toy. He's not a man anymore. He's a parasite that feeds on the fear of the innocent. And that yellow rabbit suit your brother saw is the only skin he feels comfortable in now. That suit is a coffin waiting for a body, and he's been looking for a new one ever since the pizzeria closed its doors. I'm sorry, Mike. I just need a moment to collect myself because talking about Emily and those children always brings back the weight of everything I've lost. I'll be right back. Just stay here and try to process what I've told you so we can figure out a plan to end this nightmare once and for all. I think there might be some old files in the back that can prove what William did. William, please. I'm begging you to put that mask down and look at what you've become before you destroy what's left of your own humanity.
Stop running, Michael, because you can't escape the blood that flows through your veins no matter how far you try to hide from the truth of our family name. Look at me. Look at the face of the man who gave you everything, and realize that you were always meant to stand by my side in this kingdom. I'm your father, and it's time you stopped playing the hero and started accepting your destiny.
I can't believe this is happening, and I refuse to accept that a monster like you could ever be the man who raised me or shared a single memory with me. Even if we share the same blood, I am nothing like you, and I will never join you in this disgusting madness you've created in this basement. You aren't a father anymore. You're just a ghost in a rabbit suit who's lost his mind.
You're ungrateful and blind to the glory of what I've achieved, but eventually, you will see that the world is a cruel place that only respects the strong and the immortal. I offered you a place at my right hand, to rule over this empire of spirits and steel, but you choose to crawl back to your pathetic, ordinary life. You have the Afton fire in you, Michael, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not.
If being an Afton means becoming a murderer and a coward who hides behind animatronic masks, then I'll gladly burn that name to the ground right here and now. I'm going to make sure every single one of those kids is set free, and then I'm going to make sure you never hurt anyone ever again. This isn't a family reunion, William. It's the end of your legacy, and I'm the one who's finishing it.
I really hate you. Stop getting in my way. I've lost my patience. When are you gonna decay? I want to throw you out just like my broken TV. If you come back from shall be painful, you'll see. You die in a get shot and explode. This is what you desire. It's almost over. Why can't you just let it fly? Don't be afraid. It's not the first time you'll die.
I always come back.
Mechanical parts click. Sounds like when I broke your nose. Once I get my second chance, I won't leave you alone. Oh yeah, I hope you die in a fire. Stuck in my own paradox, I wanna set myself free. Maybe I should chase somebody before they try to stop it. It won't be long before I'll become a puppet. It's been so long since I've seen my soul lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this to this song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits.